Hey everyone, how you guys going? Welcome back to my channel. Now, a while back on my Instagram account, I asked you guys a question regarding protein supplements, as in whether you guys know how to take them, when to take them, in what quantity to take them, and those kind of things. And you guys came up with so many questions, and there is a lot of confusion, a lot of doubts that you guys have in terms of taking these supplements and those kind of things. And together with those, I do get a lot of questions regarding protein supplements, on a day-to-day basis as well. So in this video, I'm going to be covering all the common questions that I normally get regarding protein supplements, whether it's whey protein or plant protein. So stay tuned if you are also somebody who has some doubts or some confusion regarding protein supplements. Now, the number one thing that I get asked is whether it is safe to take protein supplements or not. Now, ask this question. Instead of me answering this to you, I want you guys to ask this question to yourself. Whey protein is, if I talk about whey protein in particular, of course, whey protein is made from milk, as in it's a dairy product, right? So if you're somebody who's good with milk and other milk products, then you will absolutely be fine with this product as well, right? So just think about it. It's common sense. If you're fine with a dairy product, then this is also a kind of a dairy product only, so you will absolutely be fine with this product too. And of course, if I talk about plant-based proteins, there's so many different kinds. There's brown rice protein, there's soy protein, there's quinoa protein, there's pea protein, all these things, right? So as you can hear all these ingredients that I just said, so if you're fine consuming those separately in your day-to-day routine, then you will just be fine taking a supplement which is made up of all these ingredients, right? So think about it and you will have the answer to your own question. And of course, it goes without saying for those people who have severe medical conditions or allergies and those kind of things. So you guys have to be mindful about, what you put in your body. It does not just apply for protein supplement, for any other food source as well in your lifestyle. Be sure to consult your doctor and go as they recommend. Second question is it necessary to take a protein supplement? Now, it is absolutely not necessary. It is highly recommended, but absolutely not necessary. Now, it's important to understand what is a supplement, right? Supplement is there to help you complete your protein intake. I'm talking about protein supplement, right? So it's there to help you complete your daily protein goal that you have whilst trying to gain weight by building muscle, right? Now, there are a lot of people who are able to complete their protein demands just by their protein food sources. And if you are someone like that, then by all means, you don't need any kind of help from a supplement. Supplement is basically something that is there for you to get some help from to complete your protein demands every single day, right? So it's not that you have to take it or you won't be able to gain weight if you don't take any supplement. However, you should be ready, to be able to consume larger quantities of your protein food sources, because of course in a process like this where you want to gain weight by gaining muscle or building muscle, your intake of protein is definitely going to go high, right? Now, there are people who struggle with loss of appetite or poor appetite, and they can't have one of the proteins food sources, or even like two of the protein food sources and those kind of things. So given situation to situation, you have to think about it and whether you are able to consume everything from your protein food sources or whether you need a little bit of help from a supplement, right? So that is where then you can decide whether you want to take a supplement or not, right? As I said, it's not necessary. However, if you struggle with appetite, if you can't consume enough, if you have a lot of restrictions with your protein food sources, then in that kind of a situation, it is going to be handy to take a supplement. Or else people like me who are busy, there's like long working hours and so on, you can't be constantly in the kitchen cooking and those kind of things. So to get a good quality, high quality of protein from a protein supplement can definitely help with those results that you're after. So for that purpose, it's highly recommended, but absolutely not necessary. Third question that I normally get asked is, will I lose weight if I decided to stop taking a protein supplement, right? Now, no, of course not. Protein supplement, as I said, it's not a magic powder. It's just a supplement that helps you complete your protein demands of the day, right? If you decide to stop taking protein supplement, that's absolutely okay. You can stop it. But if you're eliminating something from your diet, you need to replace that with something else, right? So the main rule is, if you want to gain weight by building muscle, you want to stay in a surplus, your protein intake has to be good as well, right? So if you remove something from your diet, then you're removing those calories from your diet, right? So if you just remove those calories, if you don't replace those, and of course, you will see that you either not gaining anymore, or you may start losing if a lot has been removed from the diet, right? However, if you remove that but replace that much grams of protein with something else, some other protein food source, then you will just be fine, right? So you need to be mindful of these kind of things. Don't just remove something from your diet. You always want to replace that, right? Now, this next one is not very common, but it does happen to some people. Again, we are all different. how our body responds to a product or an ingredient is also going to be different for all of us. Some people break out when they start taking dairy, some people break out when they have more nuts and those kind of things. So it's not that nuts have any side effects or milk has any side effects or whatnot, right? It's just that your body is not taking those products well. Same thing, sometimes people do experience that, you know, they start breaking out or they get acne or those kind of things when they start taking a protein supplement, right? Like majorly whey protein supplement. So if that is the case with you, there are two things what you can do. One, you can cut down the quantity. Like, you know, if you still need, if you're a busy person and you do want to take that help from a supplement, you can reduce the amount of usage that you are you know, making from that particular supplement. So take a smaller quantity, focus more on getting the, you know, wholesome food sources and your protein food sources and those kind of things, so that, you know, you can minimize that intake so that you can help out with your breakouts and those kind of things. If you just want to completely eliminate that, then you can surely do that, just for completely rely on your protein food sources. Or else you can even try out plant protein supplements, like soy protein or pea protein, brown rice protein and those kind of things, to see if your body is going to respond well to that sort of a, you know, supplement, and whether it helps you with your acne or breakout and those kind of things, right? For those people who experience bloating, now that is kind of, I won't say common, however you can experience a bit of gassiness and bloating and those kind of things in the initial phases of taking a protein supplement. Why? Because again, all of a sudden the product is new for your body. So again, the same rule, as I always say, when it comes down to eating in surplus, you start with a smaller quantity and then you gradually build up on your surplus. Same thing when you are taking whey protein supplement, you start with a very tiny quantity and then you gradually make your way all the way to the final serving that you've decided to take every single day out of that supplement, right? So it's not always about, you know, a product has a side effect, but it could be how you're taking it, quantities you're taking it, if you're rushing into things. So it could be those factors as well, that might, you know, give you all this kind of discomfort as well in the initial phase of your journey when you have first started something in your routine, right? Because of course, together with that whey protein supplement, your rest of the routine, your rest of the lifestyle is also changing, right? So you need to be patient with things and make sure you give your body a little bit of time to adapt to that whole change, plus adapt to this new product that you're putting in your body as well, so that your body also learns how to digest it and so on. Now, of course, this brings me to my next question, which is how should you take it? Now, there is no right or wrong about it. People add it to smoothies, people add it to, you know, yogurt and have it like that. People just drink it just with water, people drink it with milk. So all these, that there can be any number of ways. Like people add it to pancakes and make protein pancakes. I make it all the time. So there is no right or wrong way of consuming your protein supplement. But of course, the easiest is to just drink it up. So even when it comes down to drinking, some people can have it just with water and some people can also opt to have it with milk. Now, of course, when you drink it just with water, it sits much lighter on your stomach because, of course, there is only one ingredient that your body has to now work on digesting. However, when you take it with milk, then it sits slightly heavy on your stomach. Why? Because then your body will take slightly longer to digest that. Why? Because now your body does not just have to digest protein supplement, but also that milk calories that you have put in your body, right? So that way, it might sit a little bit heavy. So I have, if I talk about myself, I have taken my protein supplement with milk for the most of my journey because, of course, you know, I was always in surplus and I have to have my milk, I have to have my protein supplement. So how about you just combine it and take it that way, right? And I have always been fine. I never had bloating and those kind of issues. So you can definitely try it that way. Again, to make your life easy, that instead of having two separate drinks, how about you combine those and have it that way? So you sure can try taking it with milk, and if it doesn't go very well with you, then you sure can opt to take it with water and go that way. Next question is, what should be the quantity of protein supplement? Now, usually what I go with is just the one serving. So if you look at the, you know, chart that comes on the packet of your protein supplement, you should be able to see what is the serving size, whether it's 1 scoop or 2 scoops or whatnot. So normally I only try to incorporate just about 1 scoop of supplement in my diet, and then rest everything I make sure that, you know, I'm getting from my protein food sources, right? However, every person is different. If you want to go up to 2 scoops, you sure can do that. It basically depends on how you're designing your food plan and how much help you want from a supplement, and you know, how much you're getting from the rest of the food sources. Of course, try your best that, you know, major portion of your protein is coming from your food sources, and then of course a little bit of help you can always take from a supplement, right? Because as I said, it's a supplement, so make sure that you use it as a supplement and not just replace your protein food sources fully with a supplement. Next question is, which one should you take? Now, there are so many brands out there, so you can definitely, you know, go out there, there, do your own research and buy whatever you want to buy. However, the one that I personally recommend is Impact Whey Protein by the brand called My Protein. I love this product. Now, if you're somebody who has taken a few different protein supplements from different brands, then you would know it doesn't come easy in terms of, liking a product. Liking, because, they do taste a little funny, especially if you're taking it for the first time as well. So you want to, allow some time to get into liking them or enjoying drinking them and those kind of things. However, with My Protein, what I've noticed is, one, they have tons of flavors, and second thing, they have a lot of fruity flavors, right? I personally like the mango flavor, or else the second best is my strawberry cream flavor. So I personally like these fruity flavors because they don't taste funny. They just taste exactly like the fruit, and it's so much easier for you to just drink that just like a milkshake, right? So I actually enjoy drinking that. But I do remember when I first started my journey and when I was taking just like a chocolate protein supplement and so on, it definitely tasted like a medicine. So it didn't taste very nice. It tasted a bit medicinal, so it becomes really a hard task to consume it. I used to gulp it down back in the days, but of course over a period of time I have developed a liking for protein supplements, and of course you all will as well. However, if you want to get the right kind of brand that can offer a good amount of flavors for you, that you can choose from, then definitely My Protein does that. So that's the one I recommend, and if you want to definitely try this product out, I have left the link for this exact Impact Whey Protein in the description box below, together with a discount code, which is NEETU, of course. If you put in that code at checkout, you should be able to secure somewhere between 20 to 30% off, depending what they're offering currently. So yeah, that is the one that I recommend, and I would hugely suggest you guys to check it out. Next question is when to take it. Now, of course, this varies from person to person. Depends on what is your workout time, how you're designing your whole meals and snacks and those kind of things. Because the idea is, like, the key thing that you keep in mind is, you want to supply a decent amount of protein, every 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 hours to your body, right? So that they're constantly a little bit of protein going in your body that can support with that recovery and that muscle protein synthesis and those kind of things, right? So you definitely want to be doing that. So majorly it comes, how you're designing your food plan, what are the placement of your meals and snacks. So all those factors do matter. However, if I just give you a couple of examples, a couple of scenarios, of course, coming from, the kind of clients I have and how do they do it and how sometimes I do it. Of course, the number one thing is to take your protein supplement after your workout, because that is when the demand is going to be high. You have literally created that tension on those muscles, and your muscles are looking for that protein, right? So you definitely, most of us, that is what we do, that we take our protein supplements right after our workout, right? Now, it's also not a thing that, as soon as you put your dumbbells down, you have to gulp down your protein. Doesn't work like that either. You sure can have a little bit of gap, and that gap can also, you can decide from the fact, how long before your workout have you consumed a snack or a meal, plus how much protein did you take from that snack or a meal. If you did consume a good high protein sort of a snack or a meal, let's say 1 or 2 hours before your workout, then there is not really any kind of deficiency of protein in your body right after your workout, because you did supply some protein before your workout, so your body has enough to work with. But if you're somebody who hasn't eaten, let's say, for 2 or 3 hours before your workout, then for you guys, it's best that right after your workout you can take a protein supplement within the next 30 to 40 minutes of completing your workout. Another scenario is, for example, let's say you're somebody who works out, I don't know, 7 p.m. Around 7 p.m. is when you're working out. So, around 5 o'clock, you can have a snack or something. Then 7 to 8, you do your workout. Now, I'm a person who likes to eat dinner around 8:30. So for me, that is about dinner time. So if you're finishing your workout right before your dinner time, or pretty much around your dinner time, then what I would do is I would have my dinner first, because again, I know my dinner has good amount of protein in it. So I have my dinner first because that is a solid meal. I want to make sure that I have good appetite to be able to consume everything, because if I drink protein supplement around that time, around 8 o'clock or something, then I will not feel hungry for the next 2 hours, which means that's going to be really late dinner for me, which I try and avoid. Also, it will hinder my appetite for dinner as well, right? So I would prefer taking my dinner first, and then maybe about 1 hour, 1.5 hours after dinner is when you can take your protein supplement. Now, of course, I'm doing this. Why? Because my dinner plate has good amount of protein, right? So again, a lot of factors matter on, how you'll be placing that, but I'm just trying to give you a couple of scenarios. Another example could be, for those people who train first thing in the morning. So for example, you are doing a 7 a.m. workout. Now, by the time you finish, it's like 8 a.m. or something, right? If you're doing 1 hour workout. Now again, 8 a.m. is like a breakfast time for me. So in between 8 to 9, that is like breakfast time for most of us, right? So definitely prioritize your breakfast first at, right after your workout, so that you're giving not just calories, which of course your body will be needing. You have burned so much energy, so it will be needing those carbs as well. So carbs and protein, a good rich breakfast is what you can have. And then about 1.5 hours after your breakfast is when you can take your protein supplement. If you're somebody who's training, let's say 5 a.m. in the morning, so you're done by 6 a.m. Now of course 6 a.m. breakfast, A, is not going to be ready, and B, you probably won't be hungry for a big meal. So at 6 o'clock you can have your protein shake, and then about 1.5 hours later, or by 8 o'clock or something, is when you can have your breakfast, right? So as you can see, it varies from person to person how you are scheduling your day. That is how you then decide, what is going to be the best time for you to take your protein supplement. Now of course these were some of the scenarios that I could think of. However, if you have anything different than what I just said, and if you're confused when should you take your protein supplement, then definitely describe a little bit about you and your routine in the comment section below, and I should be able to guide you in terms of what should be the best time for you to take your protein supplement, right? So more than happy to help you guys with that. And on that note, I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.